Hi everyone! I recently went on vacation to South Korea and thought it'd be wonderful if I made an informative video on Seoul travel. There's a lot of ground to cover, so let's jump right in. Seoul is a sprawling metropolis of 10 million people. The city is divided by the Han River into two areas, Gangbuk, which means north of the river, and Gangnam, which means south of the river. A lot of people think of Gangnam when they think of Seoul, but Gangbuk is where all the gems lie. To better understand present-day Seoul, it's helpful to know a little history. Seoul used to be called Hanyang during the Joseon dynasty, which lasted between 1392 and 1910. The historical capital Hanyang used to be a lot smaller than present-day Seoul. It was surrounded by the Hanyang Fortress, which was built in the 14th century to protect the capital from invaders. Today, the South Korean government has worked very hard to reconstruct the fortress, and there's actually a Hanyang Fortress Trail. This 19-kilometer trail is a treasured inheritance of Seoul's history, but is also at the same time a great way to see modern Seoul because it gives you panoramic views of the city. It can get very strenuous in the mountainous areas, so I will be recommending two easier snippets of the trail later on in the video. To get in and out of Hanyang, there were 8 gates along the Hanyang Fortress, 4 big gates and 4 small gates. 2 of them are very well known, Dongdaemun, which literally means East Big Gate, and Namdaemun, which literally means South Big Gate. The settlements around these 2 gates have turned them into huge tourist attractions today. I will also briefly mention the geography of Seoul. Seoul and the Korean peninsula is very mountainous. The Hanyang Fortress is surrounded by 4 mountains, Bukchon to the north, Naksan to the east, Namsan to the south, and Yongsan to the west. You will see that quite a lot of the Hanyang Fortress is occupied by the mountains, shown as the green areas on the map, as well as the 5 royal palaces from the Joseon dynasty, shown as the yellow areas. In this video, I will take you around the Hanyang Fortress divided up into the northern, eastern, southern, and western quarters. We'll start off in the northern quarter and travel in a clockwise direction, introducing you to all the landmarks in and around Hanyang along the way. Then, we'll explore other districts worth visiting outside of the Hanyang Fortress, including Gangnam, Jamsil, Yongsan, Hongdae, Seongsudong, and Mangwondong. We will start off in the northern quarter of the Hanyang Fortress. The largest 3 of the 5 royal palaces are found in the northern quarter, Gyeongbokgung, Changdeokgung, and Changgyeonggung, along with the royal ancestral shrine Jongmyo. We'll start off at Gyeongbokgung, move north to the Blue House, through Bukchon Hanok village, down to Jogyesa, Ikseondong, Insadong, and ending off at Cheonggyecheon stream. Then I'll show you the eastern side of the northern quarter, Changdeokgung, Changgyeonggung, and Jongmyo. Our first stop is the most popular tourist destination and iconic landmark of Korea, Gyeongbokgung Palace. Lying at the foothills of Bukchon, it was the primary and largest palace of the Joseon dynasty. Built in 1395, it originally had around 500 buildings in 1888 before the Japanese destroyed most of the palace during their occupation. Quick history lesson: Korea was annexed by the Japanese between 1910 up until 1945 when Japan lost World War II. Subsequently, the United States and Soviet Union agreed to divide Korea along the 38th parallel to oversee the surrender of Japanese forces in each half. The United States oversaw south, and the Soviet Union oversaw north. This temporary division became permanent as the United States and Soviet Union entered the Cold War. Back to Gyeongbokgung Palace. During their colonial rule, Japan destroyed the Korean royal palaces to erase culture, suppress nationalism, and strengthen Japanese dominance. Estimates suggest that 93% of the palace buildings were destroyed, with the Korean government investing immense efforts to restore the palace. The current Phase 2 restoration is scheduled to complete in 2045. I highly recommend renting a traditional hanbok from one of the hanbok rental shops nearby, and entrance to all 5 royal palaces is free if you're wearing a hanbok. There are free guided tours in English, French, Spanish, Mandarin, and Japanese. As soon as you step through the gates, you'll be captivated by the majestic main hall in front of you. This alluring structure has left one of the strongest impressions I have of the country. You can tour the beautiful palace grounds, going through the main halls, royal chambers, and gardens. You'll feel like a king or queen strolling through the palace in your hanbok. Plus, if you're a photos person, they come out amazing. Also located within the palace is the National Palace Museum and National Folk Museum. These two museums are open every day and admission is free. I recommend visiting these two museums if you're particularly interested in Joseon history. Please note, Gyeongbokgung Palace is closed every Tuesdays. After exiting Gyeongbokgung Palace, you can grab a traditional meal in the nearby neighborhood west of the palace. I had a ginseng chicken soup called samgyetang, a dish the Koreans have eaten for centuries because of its stamina-boosting ingredients. Walk along the Gyeongbokgung Palace wall, which is romantic in itself, all the way north to the Blue House. Just north of Gyeongbokgung Palace is the Blue House, which was the equivalent of the White House in Korea up until 2022. It's where the president used to live, work, and host state events. Although the presidential office has moved to Yongsan, the Blue House remains the quintessential symbol of the South Korean president. Between May 2022 and August 2025, the Blue House was a public park and free museum, with visitors being able to tour the interior buildings including the president's office, residence, reception rooms, and banquet halls. It is closed to the public as of November 2025 because they plan on moving the presidential office back to these iconic grounds. From the Blue House, you can walk to Bukchon, one of the most famous neighborhoods in Korea. This village is known as the traditional Hanok village because of its preservation of hanoks, or traditional-style Korean homes. Most of them have been turned into cozy cafes, shops, and art museums. South of Bukchon, you will find Jogyesa Temple. Built in 1910, this is a great stop to experience Korean Buddhist religion in the middle of the city. I personally have not been because I ran out of time, but the two other Buddhist temples I visited were beautiful. If you visit Jogyesa Temple at night, you'll see the temple lit up by beautiful lanterns. Entrance is free and they're open from sunrise to 11 p.m. If you continue walking south from Jogyesa Temple, you'll find two adorable neighborhoods, Ikseondong and Insadong. These two trendy neighborhoods are filled with cute cafes, delicious food options, and budget-friendly shopping. In Ikseondong, it was almost as if the shop owners were competing to have the most aesthetic store. Every turn would present a new street lined with creatively renovated shops. In Insadong, I highly recommend resting at a traditional Hanok tea house, enjoying the hot tea and traditional Korean sweets. I visited one at night and it was so tranquil. I remember reflecting on my busy day and sharing trip memories with my family and friends back home. If you continue walking south, you'll get to Changgyecheon Stream. This 11-kilometer stream crosses west-east through Hanyang. It played a critical role during the Joseon dynasty, supplying fresh water and carrying away sewage. Because of the mountainous terrain, abundant rainfall would flood the stream, so in 1411, it took 53,000 workers 2 months to create a levee along the stream. This stream, which used to be an important part of everyday life for hundreds of years, has now been transformed into a place where locals can relax. It was great to people watch sitting here alone. I remember seeing an American family eating Korean fried chicken and local lovers immersed in conversation. Next, we're going to the eastern side of the northern quarter, starting off with Changdeokgung Palace. Changdeokgung Palace was built as a secondary palace to Gyeongbokgung Palace in 1405. Gyeongbokgung was destroyed during the Japanese invasion in 1592 and was abandoned for close to 300 years before it was restored in 1867. During this time, Changdeokgung served as the primary palace for 270 years until Gyeongbokgung was rebuilt. One thing to consider while strolling Changdeokgung is to see how it compares to Gyeongbokgung. I could see why the kings of the Joseon dynasty loved Changdeokgung more. Gyeongbokgung was designed to display the austerity of the royal palace, with straight lines and exact angles. On the other hand, Changdeokgung was designed to the natural landscape and has a winding navigation, feeling more like home. Make sure you see the secret garden in Changdeokgung, which used to be a private retreat for the royal family. The secret garden requires a separate admission ticket and is either booked online or bought on the day of at the booth on a first-come, first-served basis. The secret garden has multiple ponds, with Buyongji being the most famous. Buyongji is designed to illustrate a beautiful image. The pavilion is a lotus flower in full bloom, the square pond is the earth, and the round island is the sky. Changdeokgung Palace and the secret garden are closed on Mondays. There are also free guided tours in English, Chinese, and Japanese. Changgyeonggung Palace is adjacent and connected to Changdeokgung Palace because it was originally a part of Changdeokgung, primarily used as the living quarters of the royal family. It was destroyed significantly during the Japanese occupation when the Japanese degraded the palace to a park and built a zoo and botanical garden. Today, the greenhouse is an iconic symbol of Changgyeonggung. It was the first Western-style greenhouse built in the country. Please note, Changgyeonggung Palace is closed on Mondays. There are free guided tours in English, Chinese, and Japanese. Jongmyo is the world's oldest and most authentic Confucian ancestral shrine. Built in 1395, it houses the spirit tablets of 35 kings and 48 queens of the Joseon dynasty. The physical bodies would be buried in tombs, and the spirits would be kept in Jongmyo. The ancestral rituals that the kings hold for their deceased ancestors was declared a UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity in 2001. During the Joseon dynasty, Buddhism was suppressed and Confucian beliefs from China were widespread. Under Confucianism, filial piety was the most important virtue, so much so that when Joseon was attacked by invaders, the late kings would pack the Jongmyo ancestral tablets before anything else on their escape route. The main hall enshrines 19 kings and 30 queens, while the secondary hall enshrines 16 kings and 18 queens. Throughout the grounds, you will see 3 different paths. The elevated path in the middle is for the spirits of the deceased kings and queens, the path on the right is for the king, and the path on the left is for the crown prince. Next up, I will take you to the eastern quarter of Hanyang. We will explore Dongdaemun Market, Dongdaemun Design Plaza, and end off with a beautiful night hike at Naksan Mountain. Dongdaemun is a massive shopping complex, home to 26 shopping malls over 10 blocks. It is not really a shopping destination for foreign tourists, but more of a wholesale and retail hub for the fashion industry, with roots going back to the Korean industrial boom. It served and still serves as an important production and distribution center for the country's textile and garment industry. I personally don't recommend shopping here, but highly recommend visiting the traditional Dongdaemun Market for food. There are endless local food options that can be enjoyed within the hustle and bustle of the market. Dongdaemun Design Plaza is a multicultural complex located outside of Dongdaemun History and Culture Park subway station. It hosts diverse exhibitions, conferences, cultural events, and Seoul Fashion Week. The building is known for its futuristic design by renowned architect Zaha Hadid. You can check out what events are ongoing on the DDP website and plan accordingly for when you visit. Naksan Mountain is a tiny mountain to the east of Hanyang. This part of the Hanyang Fortress that runs through Naksan is the easiest snippet of the Hanyang Fortress Trail, feeling more like a walk than a hike. Locals come here at night to see the beautiful city view. As soon as you exit Dongdaemun subway station, you can see the fortress. It is a very straightforward path, not strenuous at all. You will see the remaining portion of Dongdaemun, the East Big Gate, which marks the start of the fortress trail up Naksan Mountain. In the southern quarter, I will show you Namsan, home to Seoul Tower, Namsangol Hanok Village, Namdaemun Market, and Myeongdong. Seoul Tower probably contains Gyeongbokgung Palace for the most iconic Seoul landmark. It is situated atop Namsan, which is the mountain to the south of Hanyang. Make sure you eat Namsan Tonkas at one of the restaurants on Namsan Tonkas Street. You can take one of the many paths up the mountain, or alternatively, you can take the cable car up and down. At the top, you'll get amazing views of Seoul and can even see as far as Gyeongbokgung Palace at the foothills of the mountains. An iconic element of Namsan is the railing of colorful locks, fastened by thousands of people who hope to seal their love forever. You can also go up Seoul Tower, which is a broadcasting tower for Korean media outlets. I personally did not go up because I thought the view would not be too much different from that at the base of the tower. If you would like to visit an observation deck, an alternative is Lotte Tower, which I will talk about later in this video. Both times I was there were traditional dance performances going on at the base of the tower, which was such a nice treat. The second snippet of the Hanyang Fortress Trail I'd like to recommend is found on Namsan Mountain. Make sure you walk along the Hanyang Fortress on your way up or down Namsan Mountain. It's an authentic and free way to experience Seoul's history. Close by to Namsan Mountain is the Namsangol Hanok village, which preserves the appearance of an old village during the Joseon dynasty. This is not so much a village, but a collection of 5 traditional hanoks, plus a pavilion and garden. Admission is free and you can just walk in without prior booking, so it may be a quick stop to make while you're in the area. Namdaemun Market contains Dongdaemun Market for Seoul's most famous traditional market. It is Seoul's largest traditional market with history going back hundreds of years. You'll find hidden alleys of hole-in-the-wall food spots that have been there for decades. Traditional markets are great to experience authentic food in a dynamic setting. For shoppers, there are thousands of wholesale and retail vendors in the area selling everything from kitchenware to clothing. This is a great place to buy cute Korean souvenirs. Myeongdong is a lively shopping area packed with affordable fashion brands, cosmetics boutiques, and restaurants. In 2023, it was listed as the 9th most extensive shopping street in the world, after cities like New York City, Paris, and Tokyo. At night, the entire area lights up in vibrant colors and street vendors start setting up their stalls. In the area, you can also find Myeongdong Cathedral, Korea's first Gothic cathedral built in 1892. We'll end off our Hanyang tour in the western quarter. Here we have the last 2 Joseon dynasty palaces, Deoksugung and Gyeonghuigung. We also have City Hall. Deoksugung Palace was built in 1593, but is well known as the Imperial Palace of the Korean Empire between 1897 and 1910, right before the Japanese occupation. Emperor Gojong commissioned the construction of Western-style buildings inside the palace to symbolize Korea's modernization. If you visit, you'll see both traditional Korean buildings side by side with Western-style buildings. Deoksugung is closed on Mondays and offers free guided tours in English, Japanese, Chinese, Spanish, and French. Within Deoksugung Palace, you'll find the National Museum of Contemporary and Modern Art. This museum has several locations, with one being found within Deoksugung. This is a great option for a quick and budget-friendly museum visit. The collections are not extensive, so it will not take up too much of your day. Cheonggyecheon Palace is the smallest of the 5 palaces. Built in 1617, it served as a secondary royal residence for the king. Most of Gyeonghuigung was lost in a fire in 1829. During the Japanese occupation, all remaining buildings were torn down and the palace was turned into a Japanese middle school. Restoration efforts have reinstated Gyeonghuigung as the smallest palace of the Joseon dynasty. In the vicinity, you will find Seoul City Hall, which houses the Seoul Metropolitan Library. When I travel, I find it interesting to visit the public libraries because it speaks a lot about the country. Seoul City Hall holds events all year round, such as an outdoor skating rink during the winter months and the Seoul Outdoor Library in the summer months. The first neighborhood I want to introduce you to outside of the Hanyang Fortress is Gangnam. Gangnam literally means south of the river, but today it has come to name a specific area in Seoul, right here. Gangnam is the heart of modern-day Seoul and is home to a few popular landmarks like Jeongsa Temple, Koek Starfield Library, Seonjeongning Royal Tombs, and the 3 neighborhoods of Cheongdam-dong, Apgujeongdong, and Insadong. Start off the day bright and early at Jeongsa Temple, a Buddhist temple right outside of Jeongsa subway station. This temple was founded in 794 and reconstructed in 1498. There is a huge outdoor prayer area in front of a stone Buddha statue, an indoor worship hall, and a tranquil mini trail behind the temple. Pongunsa was an amazing escape from the bustling city and a great way to see the Buddhist culture in Korea. Right across from Pongunsa Temple is COEX Starfield Library, situated inside COEX Starfield Mall, which is Asia's largest underground shopping mall. This library has massive floor-to-ceiling bookcases. It's a great place to take photos. In fact, a lot of tourists come here to do just that. After taking a few photos, you can make your way outside the COEX Mall to see the Gangnam-style sculpture. If you are not living under a rock in 2012, you would know the song Gangnam Style by Korean singer Psy. There's nothing much to see except the golden sculpture, but because it's so close to COEX Starfield Mall, it's worth checking out and flaunting some moves. FYI, you can play the song from the kiosk beside it. Another great cultural landmark in Gangnam is Seongjongdeung Royal Tombs, the royal tombs for 3 Joseon dynasty royals, the 9th king of Joseon and his 3rd wife, and the 11th king of Joseon. The tombs are surrounded by extensive forest-like grounds, and the overall atmosphere feels more like a park than solemn tombs. It was great to see so many local office workers taking a stroll with their colleagues after lunch. The royal tombs embody the Confucian virtues of filial piety, and you can find the same 3 paths as in Jongmyo. Even if you're not into history and culture, these royal tombs are a great place to see greenery within Gangnam. At the northern tip of Gangnam, we have 3 neighborhoods known to be trendy but upscale at the same time. Cheongdam-dong is an affluent neighborhood populated by a disproportionately large number of high-income individuals. It boasts designer brands from all over the world, lined up neatly for the pleasure of its luxury shoppers. It is also home to the K-Star Road, a 1-kilometer street filled with entertainment agencies and stores that Korean celebrities frequent. Apgujeongdong is another affluent neighborhood with a lot of luxury brands. It is home to Apgujeong Rodeo Street, the place to go to if you want to see what is trending right now in Korea. I didn't shop while I was here, but I did see many high-demand brands, like the Louis Vuitton Murakami pop-up cafe. Insadong is home to Garosugil, a street filled with ginkgo trees. Here is where you'll find creative brands founded by promising young designers, art galleries, cafes, and restaurants. The vibe is bohemian chic, with smaller side streets featuring hidden bars, restaurants, and unique workshops. Next up is Jamsil, known as the Lotte neighborhood because you'll find Lotte Tower and Lotte World. Lotte Tower is the tallest building in Korea and 6th tallest building in the world. It is a multi-purpose skyscraper containing a mall, hotel, aquarium, cinema, museum, concert hall, and residential units. It also houses Seoul Sky, the tallest observation deck in Seoul, offering panoramic views from the 123rd floor, 550 meters above ground. The last time we were here, my mom was particularly amazed at how beautiful the Han River looked winding through thousands of buildings. Lotte World is an amusement park in Jamsil. I personally did not go, but just putting it in here in case anybody is looking for an amusement park in Seoul. The next district I want to show you is Yongsan, situated between the Hanyang Fortress and the Han River. There are important attractions here including the National Museum, War Memorial, and the neighborhood of Itaewon. The National Museum of Korea houses over 43,000 artifacts, including 326 nationally designated cultural assets. The War Memorial of Korea houses 9,000 war-related artifacts from World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War. Itaewon is the international neighborhood of Korea. Because of a close-by U.S. military base, it has historically and still is the home to many foreign residents. The streets are full of diverse dining options from all over the globe. You can enjoy the unique atmosphere of Itaewon, including the brunch and party culture. Hongdae is a youthful neighborhood known for its creative and energetic atmosphere, often filled with students and artists. It is the hub of Korean urban art and the indie music scene. You'll find streets lined with murals and abundant outdoor performances. The neighborhood comes to life at night with tons of clubs, live bars, and pubs. Next, I'm going to show you two trendy areas of Seoul that have blown up in the recent decade, Seongsudong and Mangwondong. Seongsudong is known as the Brooklyn of Seoul because it transformed abandoned factories and warehouses into cafes, restaurants, and shops. It's a neighborhood worth visiting to experience the unique industrial atmosphere. Seoul Forest is also a great park by the Han River to have a picnic or rent a bike. Mangwondong is a residential neighborhood that has been gaining popularity in recent years. It's not as upscale and busy as the other neighborhoods we've visited, and you can get a slice of life from the locals. It's a great neighborhood if you're looking to enjoy good food and local shopping in a relaxed vibe. You can visit the Mangwondong traditional market, enjoy shopping at independent local shops on Mangnidankil, or relax at Haneul Park right beside the Han River. Lastly, I would like to recommend an amazing experience I had in South Korea, a Buddhist temple stay. I cannot recommend this enough. It was probably the most unique experience I had out of all my travels. I'm so thankful the temple opened up its arms to me and welcomed me into the community. The 2 days I spent here were so peaceful, a feeling that doesn't come around often in our daily lives. The tranquility left space for thoughts to drift into my head, thoughts that have no room during my busy city life. Through this intangible and inexpressible experience, I was able to leave feeling recharged. That wraps up my Seoul travel guide. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future travel videos. Japan series coming up.